Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with Art Before Breakfast. Oh man, what a weekend it was. I hope you all had a great weekend. Um, Hang on, I'm getting my YouTube up and running here. I just barely rolled out of bed, you guys. I had there we go. I had a great weekend. The show was awesome. Hi, Mimi. What an awesome show I had. It was just, oh, it was really good. And I was close enough to home that I could come home. I was only 40 minutes away, so I could come home and sleep in my own bed. And uh, it was great. It was really great. But I am exhausted today. The day after a show is always really hard for me because just the adrenaline of the show. But then the last thing you do is you have to break down everything and pack it all up in your car, and I do all of that by myself, so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of physical work. My body aches today, but it's a good ache. Thanks, Mimi. It was a really, really, really good show. um I think I mentioned it in my live booth tour. Those bags, and that grungy bag was one of the first to go. That, and the one that was the kind of pastel colors, and then one that I had made before. I had a lady come in. She was so funny. She fell in love with them, and she said, "I can't decide." And jokingly, "Hi, Mike. Oh no, I have stuff I have to do around the house today. I don't want to take the day off. I can always go back and sleep when I finish here if I want." But anyway, this lady was looking at the 3 bags, and I jokingly said to her, "Well, take all 3 if you can't decide." And she was like, "Yeah, haha." She kinda laughed it off, but then she came up to my checkout table and said, "Okay, I'll take all 3." And so she took all 3 bags. That was really funny. I enjoyed that. And night lights, you guys, normally I sell about 20 a show. I sold close to 30 this show, if not 30 or more. It was around 30 this year because I had already sold 19 on the first day. And so, yeah, I did not. I have stuff to make, and I thought about taking that one and then just making Jess another one. I thought, no, she claimed that one, so I didn't take it. But I will have to do that. Today's going to be real light. Tomorrow we'll finish up this. I'm not up to that today. I want to just do something light and kind of chat, but I sold a ton of night lights. Yeah, oops, that was off camera. It was this one that we made, and we have to make something for the backside. We were going to do the owl. So today I'm just going to grab a base of some kind and just make something on it. Do something, kind of light, not anything too uh, intricate or aggressive today. Today's well, I got some of this packaging. How about if we just take some packaging and make something? But I sold a lot of earrings. Oh, did you remember when I did the live view that I had that purple bead weave necklace? No, I didn't sell a journal, funny enough. I sold bookmarks and I sold bags, but no journals yesterday. Um, do you remember that bead weave necklace, the purple one that was all stitched together? And that I made like 10 years ago, and I've just had it all this time. I've never taken it to a show before. Hi, Susan. And I decided, what the heck, I'll take it. Well, I sold it. And I put a hefty price tag on it. I put a $95 price tag on it because it was all stitched by hand. And this lady didn't hesitate. She said, I'll take it. So I was really pleased with that. Yeah, it was. It was really cool. I probably should do, what was the first thing you sold? Oh gosh. Probably a nightlight. That's usually what goes. Those things sell. In fact, I'm going to raise the price on them. And they're, when something, and here's something if you guys are going to sell, when something sells like it's just flying off the shelves, that tells you that your price isn't quite high enough. I mean, you want a lot of sales, but here's my thing. Hang on, I'm looking for a paper pad, a specific paper pad. Ooh, how about some of this stuff? You want to sell, and you want to sell a lot of what you have, but oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I covered my booth fee by noon on the first day. And I didn't really have a lot of other expenses because I just didn't. So yeah. Yeah, it was a very profitable show. Um and then as far as jewelry, I sold a lot of those little post earrings that I make with the enamel. People like post earrings, and a lot of makers don't do the post earrings. And so I sold a lot of those. I sold necklaces. Oh my gosh, both of the, did I show you guys the acorn necklaces I made? I sold both of those. And I had sold one the previous. I sold all three of those. I got to make more for my next October show. And I sold oh, I don't know, just necklaces. All of those enamel ones. I did a video and I made a lot of them online where I used the crackle enamel and then I put the little charms on the side of them. I sold the last of those. And what else did I sell? Oh, my etched maple leaf. I sold the last of those. I have one more that I haven't finished. It's right here. This is what the maple leaves look like. But when they're finished, the part that is depressed, the lighter parts on this, turn really dark, and then it's lighter on the top, and then I have a spiral bail on it. I'm gonna be chop chop. I know. If I had had more inventory, I would have made more. I mean, I still had stuff left, but yeah, it was. Which one of these papers do you guys like? This one's the truck, and this one's just pink flowers. Yeah, stay on me to make. Ask me, what have you made today? Because I need to. Well, Friday I leave and go to Durham. I'm going to be in Durham this weekend. I don't need to make a whole lot for that. I kind of like this one only because. Oh, let's put some blue in there. Only because the card isn't that big. I don't know how many of those trucks I would get. The truck and a pink and a truck. So let's do a tiebreaker. Well, see, the only thing with the truck, Susan, is I'm just not sure how much of the trucks. Let me see. Let me put it around because I do like the trucks. And I've got two pieces here. We could do a couple. I've got two packaging pieces. Let's see what we would get. Well, I guess that would be okay. And then we could decorate it some more. Okay, we had one vote for pink and one vote for the truck. Mike, what do you want? Pink or the truck? As if I have to ask. Although there's pink in the truck too. Susan, I do audiobooks, and I just finished Alone. It was great. You had you had talked about it. Donna wants the track. Okay. Hi, Donna. And so I got it on audiobook, and it was really good. And I've downloaded the next one, and that she has two different series. So the next one in this series, I just downloaded. I haven't started it yet, but I listened to it when I'm driving. It was really good. The the thing about the kid, how his disease came about, that took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting that. And I knew that Catherine was a piece of work, but I didn't expect all the stuff at the end on that either. Okay, let's see how we want this on here. Kind of like that, I think, because then we get a little bit of the back. We don't get one, well, we kind of get a full truck up here. Or maybe that. We get some on the sides, we get the full truck here. Okay, let's just put it down. So did everybody have a good weekend? I need to do my Marguerite Miller. I was going to do it today. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. Like I said, I'm pretty wiped out. I'll probably veg out on the couch a lot today and take a nap or two and catch up on videos. I just get so wiped out the day after a show. But it's a good wiped out. It's a feeling of accomplishment. Where did my little spray bottle go? It's a feeling of accomplishment, and I like that. But it was an awesome show. I got there though. Most of the outdoor shows that I do, they are on streets. You know, you line the sides of the streets, and you can usually pull right up to your booth and unload. And I'm just going to put this down, and I do want to make sure I get it somewhat straight. Yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be. So most of the time you can pull right up to your booth. It's not exactly straight, but it'll do. It's not straight at all, but it'll do. And unload right there. Well, I didn't realize that this is the first time I had done this show, and it's in a park. It's all on grass, kind of in a park. It's on the church grounds, the All Souls Church. I don't know what denomination it was. I never did find out. And I got there to set up, and I got there at like 6:30 in the morning, and they took me over and showed my booth, and it was like in the middle of the grass. I'm like, oh great, so I can't pull up to the booth. And they said no, and I had not brought, I have a cart that I can use when I have to pack stuff in. I hadn't brought it because it didn't even cross my mind that I would need it. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, if I have to pack every single piece in by hand, it's going to be miserable. I left the other, I didn't cover up the pattern beneath because I thought it would be kind of fun to, oops, I just tore a little hole in it. I thought it would be kind of fun to see that pattern from the packaging. So that's underneath there a little bit. And I just tore a little hole there, so we'll have to put something on that. So luckily they had a dolly that they loaned me, but I ended up having to pack all my stuff in. And then when I, went out last night, I still had to pack everything out. So it was a lot of work, but I don't mind doing it. It's a good kind of tired, and it think it helps keep me, I'm getting older. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And keeps my muscles in shape and gives me a good workout. I was drenched in sweat by the time I left. By the time I got in my car to go home, but then I always am. So, um, it's my way of working out. And I figure as long as I can set up my booth by myself, I'll keep doing this stuff. Once I get to the point that I can't do it anymore, um, then I'll have to stop doing shows. But for now, I can still do pretty much a complete setup by myself. All right, what should we put on this? Um, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Once it dries, I think it's pretty good, and I'm going to put some other stuff on it too. But I like the idea. If I can find my clear gesso, what do I do with it? That's regular gesso. Hang on. Clear gesso. There it is. Good morning, Big Mama. Hi, Kelly. Thanks, Big Mama. I loved your quote, and I wanted to tell you that you talked about inspiring the next generation. I had a girl in there, she's probably in her early 20s, and she was taking a metals class. And I always set up that sawing workspace and I cut night lights out, so she got to talking to me. She really loves her metals, and I gave her a whole bunch of pointers. I'm surprised the school didn't tell her some of this stuff because it's pretty basic when it comes to sawing. But um her and I talked for quite a while, and I gave her my card and I said, if you ever have any questions, about what you're working on, I said, feel free to contact me. I'm always happy to help inspire that next generation, because I think, a lot of young people just aren't getting into the handmade crafts anymore. It's a new generation, and if I can inspire, I do. So thank you for your note, because I wholeheartedly believe in that. Yes, we have been missing you, Big Mama, and I know you've had a lot going on with Big Daddy and oh yeah, and then I had a little boy. I was sawing out a nightlight, and I had a little boy. He was probably 6, 7 maybe, and he came in my booth and he stood there watching me. And when little kids come in, I kind of explain to them what I'm doing. Good morning, Cheryl. And he was standing there watching me, and I was talking to him, and his dad came in and he's like, come on, let's go. And I was like, your son's learning something here. Leave him alone. But dad wanted to go, so he didn't get to stay and learn too much. But I do always try to teach a little bit when I can. And I always tell people like how I make things. And I had a man come in. He's next generation. He's last generation. He was an older man, but we got to talk, and he does metal work, and holy cow, we shared stories all day long. And I think that I don't know why this is, because it shouldn't, but I think men, especially in the previous generation, they're always impressed when they find that a woman knows how to like work with tools and work with metal, and they understand the properties of metal and how that all works. And yeah, he stood and talked for a long time. All right, so there's our base tag. So Cheryl, I had an awesome show, and everybody else who just came in, Kelly and Big Mama, I had an awesome, awesome, awesome show. If I had had more of certain types of inventory, I would have made even more. But um, I sold close. I didn't do a final count, but I sold close to 30 night. Well, I did sell 30 night lights, because I did count Sold 19 the first day, and at some point on the second day, I added up how many, and there were 11. So that was 30, and then I still sold some more. So that's kind of my benchmark on a great show is how many night lights did I sell? And I'm going to be making night lights like crazy, you guys. But I do sit and cut out night lights when I'm there, so I have a little bit of a head start. But my next show isn't until the middle of October, so I've got some time, but I got to stay on it. I can't have a day where I say, and this is typically what I will do. I'll say, oh, I've got 3 weeks. I don't have to do anything today. I can, fiddle around with paper. I don't have to make any metal stuff. And I can't do that because I have so many designs that I just sold out of. Oh, those alcohol ink earrings. You remember those long earrings that we made with the alcohol ink? Those things sold like crazy. I got to make more of those. The real long ones. We can do that on an art before breakfast. Pick out some colors, and I probably need to make up 15, 20 pairs of those. Okay. So you guys who just came in, we are just doing something lightweight today. I am exhausted from my show, but look at that. Isn't that the cutest tag? This is tissue paper from Hobby Lobby. And it's just really sweet. All right, what shall we put on it? Oh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. Are you going to go to the doctor and get it checked out? Oh my goodness. Make sure you go to the doctor and you even with a fall, they can't make I'd go to an urgent care or something, the emergency room, because that sounds like something you need to have looked at. Yeah, I agree. I know it's a pain going to the ER. I am so sorry. Just pain meds and rest. Well, make sure you get lots of rest. Take it easy. Don't push yourself. I'll call you later because I'm going to have a day of rest myself. Hey, you guys, if you haven't done this a lot, and I use the Liquitex clear gesso. The texture is amazing. Mike, this would be cool on some of your wood. You can use it. It's a surface prep. It seals, stiffens, and provides surface tooth. It does have a little bit of tooth for painting, and it's like a really, really, really fine sandpaper is what it feels like. It's not. I couldn't sand anything with it, but that's what it feels like. It's just really a good. You want a day of rest? Well, after a show, I always have to have a day of rest. Always. Always, always, always. What shall we put on this? We could put a clock there. We could put some birds. We could put, a quote just going down there and leave it like that. We could put some bows. Yeah, it is kind of, Kelly, like a brushed linen. It's just a really cool texture. Thank you for reminding me about that, Mimi. Because I love the texture. I'm going to have to put some clear or some paper on the back of that. But you like a quote? As a preparation for alcohol ink on wood, there you go. Anything that is non-porous for alcohol inks, and this is going to be a non-porous solution. A quote. I gotta find my. Hang on, I think this is it. I have a box that has all my quote stuff in it. No, this isn't it. That's not it. So let me see if I can find it. You know me, I've got stuff everywhere. So after my October show, you guys, I have to really stay on it for October because the October show is even bigger than the one I just did this weekend. So I have to be ready for that show. On my little box that has all the quotes in it. I know it's here somewhere. Hang on. You know what I could do? We could just stamp a quote on there and then put like a butterfly or. Oh, will do, Kelly. Fix my hip getting out of my car. Oh my gosh. A sunflower. Yeah. Where do I have sunflowers? No, if I have just sunflowers. I could print one. So let's think about a quote. I like the idea of a quote on there. I'll write it down. So you guys tell me, do you have a quote, something that's a little bit longer so we can, like make it go down the page, and we'll put something else on here too, but I like the idea of a quote. We haven't ever done anything like that before. I'm looking for a pen. I'm not seeing one. There's one. So tell me a quote that you guys like. Susan, you mentioned a quote. What quote do you like? Give me a quote, somebody. You know, the other thing I have that we could do instead of stamping it, I do have these little Tim Holtz books. We could pull a few. Even the black ones. Do I have any in here? That would really stand out. You have no idea. Wake up and smell the inspiration. That's cute. That's cute. I have another one that has like just parts of quotes in it. I probably got it out somewhere on my desk and I can't find it. I wish I could find. Ooh, I like that. Kelly. Yeah, I love Bloom Where You Are Planted. That one is very, but that would just go like right in here. Bloom Where You Are Planted. It wouldn't go the whole um Or I could do Bloom in a bigger font. And then, hang on, let me find some of my alphabet stamps. I got a gazillion of them. I've got that. I've got that. I like that one. How about Bloom in this font? Because there's flowers here. That's why I like that one. No, it's just watch leathersmith working, a lady stringing jewelry. Hey, Lori B. No, it's just a tag. Just a tag. How about if we put Bloom in this nice big font? Ooh, that's pretty too. I spilled my coffee again with my elbow. Donna, yell at me. Yell at me, Donna. Luckily, it just pretty much hit the floor. It didn't hit anything. I caught my elbow on it, and over it went. I'll clean it up after. Oh, hang on. I've got a towel over here. I've got a shop towel I can put down on it. I just can't put that coffee near where my elbow is. As long as it's up in front of me, it's fine. Get a sippy cup. Oh my gosh. The day that comes that I need a sippy cup or someone to change my diapers or any of that, I will be. Oh, they are here too. They are here too, Mike. She's giving me a hard time. Well, I say that, but you can get the covered cups. It's going to have to start because then we need another O in there. And then an M. So we could make Bloom really big and stand out up there. Would you guys like that? And then we could put where you are planted down here. I know, that's what you said the last time. People have reverted. You guys like this? I'm going to do it in archival ink. Oh, well, Danny, you see that? You want to lick it up? There you go. Right down there. My dog came down. She's licking up the coffee off the floor. There's a black StazOn. Too big? Y'all think it's too big? Oh, yeah, I didn't spill the whole cup. I've still got some left. A little less than half, but I had drank some too. That's too big? Do y'all agree? A little too big? We could go with this one. B. So Lori B, that grungy bag, well, it was one of the first bags to sell. I had a lady come in and she liked 3 of them, and then that one that was sort of pastel-y with the like the aqua kind of color and the salmon color. She bought that one. She bought 3. She liked 3 of them. Yeah, that's true. You're seeing the block. But they are pretty big letters. Maybe this one, with the size of the tag, this one's probably better. But anyway, I could put it on a piece of scrap and then put the scrap down. That's a good idea. So Lori, she came in and she couldn't decide between those two, and then there was one other one that I had made previously, and she couldn't decide between them. And so I jokingly said to her, "Well, take them all," and she did. She bought all three. It was pretty cool. Should I just do a coffee dye color scrap or another colored paper? And this scrap bucket, oh, here's some brown scrap. I don't know if I like that. Here's something that's not coffee dyed. It's heavier, but it's got kind of a coffee dye. Oh, well, no, well, yeah, we could. And then I could put it on there. This box of scrap papers is going in the garbage. Well, I'll probably weed through it, maybe take out a few things. But if anybody wants just a pile of scrap papers, let me know. And I'll send you some because I've got to get rid of that stuff. It's been sitting there forever. And scrap of muslin. I might have some muslin. How big a scrap do you need? Now, my stamping is wonky, you guys, so it's not going to be, see that O went up way high. I don't stamp. So there's that size. Gonna go lay back down. Yes, you do. I'll give you a call later. We'll chat. But take care of yourself, Cheryl. That's first and foremost. And I could put a little lace under that, but there's bloom. Yeah, see, that other one would have been really big. And I don't know if I like that little black. I might want to restamp that, but now try the big one. Okay. I will. E L O O M bloom. Love you too, Cheryl. You take care of yourself. Okay, there's that bloom, and there's the big bloom. Let's vote, you guys. Let's take a vote. I think you might be right for this size of a tag. Large or small? Let's take a vote, everybody. And if you think the big one is good, because it would go kind of, if I left it on the paper, it would go like that, go down like that. Small, B. What about everybody else? Mimi, Kelly, Mike. Big Mama likes the big one. And see, I would do smaller like this for the, the rest of the quote. And this one, so I have small, small, small. Sorry, Big Mama, you got outvoted. Should we do it on a piece of paper? I like that idea because if I screw it up on the tag, I'm kind of stuck with it. But of course, if I screw it up on the tag, I could always put a piece of paper over it. So shall we try stamping, but not on paper? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. So I think I had to start it over here a bit. So I will try to not get those lines. There we go. And the L. I usually do stamp on other paper. I very seldom stamp directly on my project because I'm so bad about getting those extra. And do you know the trick about stamping? Someone told me this, and it has made a world of difference in my stamping, and that is like leave your stamp sitting for just a second. Don't pull it up right away. No pressure, just leave it on there and give the ink time to transfer. It has helped my stamping immeasurably. There we go. That's actually pretty straight, halfway straight. I'm kind of proud of myself. That doesn't usually happen. Usually I have letters all up and down. The right amount. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so there's bloom, and we could put a little flower under there, you know, a little sticker, a butterfly, something. Now, let's look at these other, I'm just putting these in there for now. I'll have to go alphabetize them later. Okay, let me try this on, see if we like this font. I do have others, I just have to go find them. They weren't on my shelf readily handy. Oops, that's the V. There we go. Bloom W H. E. Oops, that one went up a little bit high. But that's my one up too high and one down too low. Oops, and I tore the R off, but that's okay. We're just looking at this for font right now. Yep, the right amount. I agree. This is really wonky, but that's where you are and then planted. What do you think about that? You like that font? I might have, oh, I have this one, which is smaller. It's typewriter font. I'm not sure about that font. Let's try this one. Then I'm going to have to put back all these little stamps when we're done. Bloom. This is a smaller one. W. I like this one better already. No, I'm just doing it to look at. This is practice, Donna. Ooh, see, that's the problem with some of these stamps, and I have to look at that really closely, is that some of them are not centered on these little blocks. E. I'm trying to get them a little closer together. There we go. I like this one better. It's a little bit smaller. Because bloom is the big word there. So bloom where you are planted. What do you think about that? Oops, what'd I do with it? It gets stuck on my finger. It fell to the floor. Well, that's what it would look like. So it's not super small. Bloom where too small? I like this font. Oh, make planted the... Ooh. Yeah, see how far off that is from the center? These are harder to use too, so maybe I will go with the bigger one. I like the newspaper font though. Although that's not super small. Bloom where you... I like this font is what I like. Better than the other one. So let me go back to this other one. Oops, that's that, that's that. Let me spell out where you are. Hang on a second. Let me do a little bit more stamping and we'll see which one. And you guys, if I was making something for myself, I would never take this long. I would pick something and just do it. I like that we take our time and test and try, and that's what this channel's all about. Oh, the lady who bought the bags, I was telling her about our little channel, and she was interested. I don't know if she's here, but I gave her my card and I wrote on back the YouTube channel. I told her we made that grungy bag online. And she was really interested, so I told her we were on at 8:30 every morning. So I don't know if she'll join or not, but she was quite interested. Okay, so we have A and B. Those are the two fonts. Everybody vote. I have A and B. Give us a vote. A or B. That one's not bad. A, I have one for A. A is easier to work with. You see how straight I was able to. These are not centered on the... Okay, I got 3 A's. So let's do it. Now, let's see if I can do it on the paper and get it... Y-O... I'm looking for my letters. U. Okay. Bloom where you are and then planted. Okay. W. H. E. They're a little wonky, but that's all right. Oops. Little wonky. but that's actually, I kind of like that. Now you might be really crunched there, so I might say where you are down at the bottom, because I don't want to push it over to the truck. Why? Oh. Oh, I do too. Put on a bigger planted, yeah. Where you are, where'd my R go? There it is. That R keeps going up a little bit. Must be a little higher on the block. There we go. A little wonky, but I love it. Now you want planted in this big font? Oh yeah, I think wonky's okay too. I love it, actually. And that's not too wonky. Vote yes or no. Planted in the bigger. Okay, we can do that. Or, no, that's too big. Bloom where you are. What letters am I looking for? These over here now. Yeah, it did, but we'll put something else there. Okay. And then let's put planted down here a little bit closer to the bottom, not too close to the bloom. Yeah, we'll put a butterfly or something on there. Bloom where you are. P L. Dawn is our symmetrical girl. That they would look better if they were all the same. I have, oh, hey, Penny. Oh my gosh, Penny, it was an awesome, awesome show. I did so well. I almost, of certain things, I didn't have enough inventory. I'm doing something just real easy this morning, Penny. I'm wiped out from my show. I'll be vegetating today. Okay. Bloom where you are planted. Now, what I can do, let me find a, oops. I don't know if this one has any ink in it. You know how you take and you put the lines around it like that? I can do that on here to highlight the words. Bloom where you are planted. That one kind of slopes down, but that's all right. Do you guys want the lines around the words to highlight them? Susan, you got to get some of this clear gesso. I'm telling you, it puts such a wonderful pad or texture on there. Lines or no lines, you guys? No on the lines? What about everybody else? Because if not the lines, then we'll look at putting, yeah, I agree. So Donna says no, Kelly, or Susan says no. Oh, do you? Good. Because I'm telling you, it is just awesome. What about that little butterfly? I'm not going to stick it down hard. I'll just put it on there. What about that little butterfly up there by the bloom? You like? Pale brown flower stamps? Okay. Well, tell me about the butterfly first. Do you guys like the butterfly? Like? I have one like. Yes, the butterfly. All right. I got 2 likes, so there we go. We have that. And then I have, oh, I know what I have. Where's my rub-on file? I have got some rub-ons that would be just awesome here. Look at these. Some of these go like, look at this, where my scissors go. I love rub-ons because they look like they're part of the page. What about putting, nope, it bends the wrong way. What about putting it like right here? Let me take the white backing off. I just have to be really careful because it could kind of be coming out of the planted. It would be just what do you guys think of that? I don't even know if you can see it. Look at that little flower right there. Do you like that? Aw, Kelly. Do you guys like that little flower? I do. You like the rub-on? Yeah, I really like it too. All right. And the rub-ons really look like well, they do become part of the paper, but it looks like it, you know, is printed on the paper instead of like a sticker. All right, let's see if that took. Well, come on. A little bit right at the bottom. Okay. Oh, it's just subtle, but it's pretty. Look at that. Have you ever worked with rub-ons, Mike? They're awesome. So now we need something maybe right down here. How about this one? These came from, well, they're put out by Stamperia now, but Vicky Papiano, I don't know if you guys ever watch her. I love her. She designs these. Would they go on wood? I'm not sure. We can try one on wood. Oh, look at that added to it. Isn't that just precious? Yeah, you could get some and try them. You know what? They would go on wood because I've seen people do it before. I would definitely, if you're putting it on something wood, I would definitely seal it over the top. Now, for a tag, you don't need to do that, but if it's wood and something that's going to get handled a lot, I would definitely put a sealer on it. You know, it's so funny because, oh my gosh, I'm really loving this card. Look at the flowers and the butterfly. It just needs something up here, and then I think it's done. And hang on. I'm looking at these bigger butterflies. We already have one butterfly, though. What should we put up there? Maybe it doesn't need anything. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it need something there? Yeah, these are put out by Stamperia, but they're created by Vicky. They're designed by Vicky Papiano, I think, and they're not that expensive. And I think because she's international, you can. Oh, a hummingbird. Oh, yes, a hummingbird. And I have little hummingbirds in here. Thank you, Donna. That's a perfect idea. Or a bee. I've got bees too. I've got dragonflies. Let's see. That hummingbird's awful little. This one's a little bit bigger. I don't know if this is going to be big enough. I was going to put a little lace or something on this. I don't think I'm going to. I think it's, yeah, I think that's too little. Needs to be bigger. Needs to be bigger. Let me look. Oh, I could put a second butterfly up there. They're bigger. But let me look at the other one. Oh, it was even smaller. Which one are you looking at? I could put like a fall leaf or something up there. This bird would be big enough, but it's not a hummingbird. Oops, I need to reposition it. Don't want it. Yeah, I don't like that. Right side. Oh, this one? He's facing the wrong way though, but I think he's still not any bigger. We'll try him. I still think he's too small for that space. That's a big old space. And I'm not sure what he's going towards. He's like flying off the page. He's going the wrong way. But you see how much space there is there? He's too little. He's just too little. Let me look in here. Because I know there are some pretty birds in here. Hummingbirds even. So Penny, my I sold 3 of the bags that, well, 2 of them that we made just in the last week. And then a dragonfly. Yep, I could look at a dragonfly. Hang on, let me to see if there are any. What pretty things we make together. Yeah, I'm not seeing birds here. One of these books has a lot of birds in it. I don't think it's this one. I'll look really quick through the other one. How are we doing on time? An hour and 5 minutes. More butterflies. Yeah, I think maybe. And then what I could do, I could put a bigger butterfly up here. And then I was thinking there was a lot of space right here. I could put just a little tiny butterfly right there. So I've got these rub-ons that are a little bit bigger than what was in that book. I don't know if it's going to be too big. Is that too big for that spot? And then a little tiny one down here? Or maybe right here? Is that too big? Ooh, a ladybug. Yep, I do have ladybugs. You like your ladybugs, don't you? I think that one might be a little too big for that spot. But we've got a lot of green in this piece. Well, we've got the yellow too. So I could put the yellow up there. That would be really pretty. Pick up all the yellows here. Or I could do the green. Okay, let's so green or yellow up here. Green or yellow? Oh, Big Mama. So I'm going to give you time. You tell me what you wanted to say. I've also got this one. Ooh, that's pretty too. He is flying out of the picture, but it doesn't look as out of place as the hummingbird, I don't think. Kelly, you need to give me more because with the lag and stuff, when you say I like that one, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, Mimi. Mike wants you to decide for him. Too much yellow in that corner. So do we want the green? Green, green, yes, green. Big Mama says green. Okay, everybody's saying green. So let me get this position just right so I'm not touching the truck. I'm going to get it up a little bit though. I think it needs to go up a little bit higher. Well, maybe not. Okay. I just love these rub-ons. I'm going to order myself. So who has good rub-ons? I have these from Stamperia. Penny, you said you use a lot. Who else has really good rub-ons? Because some of them aren't great. They don't transfer real well. And for those of you who have never used them, you slowly pick up the transfer paper, and if you see any ink staying on, you just lay it right back down and go over it again. Oh, look at how pretty. Now we got to have a third one down here. And for that one, we can use another one of these little tiny, the little stickers. Or, uh-oh, 49 in Market? Okay. So what do you think about that on there? For the, or is that too big? I have some smaller ones. Mike, did you say something about an orange one? I like these ones that are flying halfway. I'll have to look at, are they expensive? I don't like to spend too much money on stuff. Yeah, I don't think that one goes there. That one's too little. I like these soft colors that we're having here. How about this one? What do you guys think about that? Yeah, but the orange is not big enough, ma'am. We have one, love the purple. Let me try this orange. We could put it there, or I could bring it down here. This is where I was thinking of putting it. It needs to probably turn a little bit. Okay, so our choices are the orange one down here. I don't want to put 4 because then I'd have to do a 5th. So either the orange one down here or the purple one up here. Vote orange or purple. Preferred the purple. I like you. There you go again, Kelly. I like that one. You got to tell me which color. Purple. Okay. We got a few that like the purple. So if I pull this one up, I'm not pressing these down. I'm just sort of laying them on there. You guys like the purple on there? Big Mama wants orange. Put the orange in the bottom corner, like down here or down here. We could do that, but then we have 4. So I have one orange, mostly purple. So I'm going to put the purple one down, and then we can decide if we want to put another couple little ones down here. I mean, we can flood this thing with butterflies if we want. We're not limited. Oh, let's see, I have a little bit of the purple on there. So I'm just going to lay it right back in there and go over it again. There we go. All right, so there's that. Now, here's an orange one down here, and then I also have, where did those other ones go that I just bought? They were real tiny. I don't know where they went. we could put that down there, and then maybe I am loving this tag, you guys. The right side, but we already have a rub-on there. I don't know how a rub-on would do over a rub-on. Are you saying like right here, maybe? That is 4 butterflies, but it doesn't look too bad. I know you're supposed to have odd numbers, but I'm like okay with that. And then one kind of offset by himself. What do you think, Big Mama? Does that work with it just down here by the truck? You... Do you like this one, Big Mama? That's the orange one. I like it, actually. I'm gonna put it down. And I'm sorry if nobody else does. Oh, there's some sunflowers there. I didn't realize I had some little sunflowers. But that's okay. We'll save those for another time. So that is our tag for today. What do you guys? I love it. And again, this tissue paper in the back came from Hobby Lobby with the trucks. Bloom where you are planted. I love it. Ladybug above planted. Okay. We can try that. Or a bee. I have bees too. The red really clashes with everything else on here. Yeah. I don't think so. It clashes. Here's a smaller one. But I don't know what it's going to be grounded to. I don't know. A bee would work. Yep. Because the bee could be flying. These came from Hobby Lobby as well. The Paper Studio, the little stickabilities. These things are so awesome. We put it right here. And then that'll balance out. It's not 5 butterflies, but it's 5 flying things. What about that, you guys? And then we have 5 kind of going up without adding more. Yeah, it is really well balanced. I will give you that. I'm not opposed to adding more, but yeah, you don't want to clutter. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. It's got good balance, good. I love these rub-ons. So, was it in that? Was it in that some said it's a small world is closed at? I'm not sure what you're saying, Donna. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for all your support, and thank you for your support for my show. It was a great show. I did well. I mean, excuse me. I'm always happy when I make money. I mean, but it's more than just that. Can I tell you guys a story? I really debated whether to tell you this because I'm not saying it to get a pat on the back. I'm saying it because the story is so amazing. So at every show, I pick one person who just touches me and I give them something free. I do that every show. It's just my way of giving back. And usually it's a young person. Usually it's a kid. But this lady came into my booth and she was probably in her late 30s, maybe early 40s. And she came in and she walked right up to my nightlights and she says, "Do you have a butterfly?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I sure do." And I pulled it out and she says, "Oh, that's beautiful." And she went on to tell me a story about her husband who passed away 2 years ago. And I didn't ask her what he passed away from, just, that he had passed away. And she said the day after his funeral, she said, I was in the backyard and I looked up in the sky and I said, "Dan, give me a sign. Tell me you still love me and that, everything's going to be okay." And she said, after she did that, "Oh, oh." Um, she said an orange butterfly landed at her foot. And she took that as a sign that that was her husband. And so ever since, she has collected butterflies and, done stuff with butterflies. And I said to her, I said, "You are so young to be a widow." She said, "I know. That's what everybody says." She said it. And again, I didn't ask what happened. But she was really looking at the butterfly, the green patina butterfly, and she was loving it. So I took it from her. I put it in a bag. I put one of my cards in it and I handed it back to her and I said, "My gift to you. I'm so sorry for your loss." And she started bawling. Um, she said, "Really?" And she touched me with her story and the pain. You could tell she was just still really hurting, and the whole story about the butterfly. And so I wanted to tell you guys a story. And like I said, I debated because I didn't do it to get, "Oh, you're so nice," or, I don't, that's just something I do. And I always have a good story to go with whoever I give something to. So anyway, that's my touching story from the show. All right, folks, I am going to end this live and go veg on the couch for a while. And thank you so much. This turned out so awesome. I love it. I just absolutely love it. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Love you. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.